Hello students, welcome to financial accounting class. In the previous class, we were dealing with one problem which was for 15 marks, wherein you had to calculate uh, the different accounts in the books of consignor as well as consignee. In today's class, we'll deal with yet another problem which is for 15 marks. Let's discuss the problem. SP Oil Mills consigned 20,000 kgs of oil to Patil Mills costing rupees 80 per kg. The consignor paid rupees 2 lakhs as freight and insurance. During transit, 500 kgs of oil was accidentally destroyed, for which insurance company paid rupees 40,000 in full settlement of the claims to the consignor. Patil took delivery of consignment and accepted the bills drawn on him for rupees 6 lakhs. He reported that 15,000 kgs was sold at rupees 120 per kg. The expenses being rupees 8,000 as warehouse rent and 40,000 on advertisement and rupees 80,000 on salesman salaries. He is entitled for commission at 3% and Del Trader commission at 1.5%. Patil Mills reported a loss of 200 kgs due to leakage. He also settled the account due. Prepare necessary accounts in the books of consignor. So the question says that Mr. S.B. Patil Mills, okay, SB Oil Mills, this person is the consigner because it says that SB Oil Mills consigned 20,000 kgs of oil to Patil Mills. So Patil Mills is consignee, the agent who is going to sell the goods. Okay, owner is SB Oil and consignee, that is the agent, is Patil Mills, wherein the goods were being 20,000 kgs of goods was being sent at rupees 80 per kg. The consignor paid rupees 2 lakhs as freight and insurance. So this is nothing but the expenses made by the consignor. During transit, 500 kgs of oil was accidentally destroyed, for which the company paid rupees 40,000 in terms of insurance claim to the consignor. So 500 kgs were being destroyed due to accident and he also received 40,000 as claims from the insurance company. Okay, who has received it? It is the consignor. Next, Patil took delivery of consignment and accepted the bills drawn on him for rupees 6 lakhs. He also reported that 15,000 kgs were being sold at rupees 120 per kg. So this is nothing but he has drawn a bill on of rupees 6 lakhs. That means the consignor has already he has accepted the bills and drawn on him of for rupees 6 lakhs. He also reported that the 6 lakhs is nothing but the advance that he has paid. Okay, next, also reported that 15,000 kgs were being sold at rupees 120 per kg. So this is nothing but the sales. Okay, out of 20,000, 500 were being destroyed in accident and 15,000 kgs were being sold by the the consignee. The expenses being rupees 8,000 on warehouse and 40,000 on advertisement and 80,000 on salesman salary. He is entitled for a commission of 3% and 1.5 as Del Trader commission. So he is that is the consignee is making expenses of warehouse 8,000, on advertisement 40,000 and 80,000 on salesman. Okay, plus he is getting commission also, wherein ordinary commission is 3% and Del Trader commission is 1.5. Next, Patil Mills reported a loss of 200 kgs due to leakage. Now this is nothing but the normal loss, wherein he has also settled the accounts due. Prepare necessary accounts in the books of consignor. Now in this problem we need to only prepare the accounts in the books of consignor. So in the books of consignor we prepare only 4 accounts, that is the consignment account, goods sent account, then consignees account and consignment stock account. Alright, let's see. Consignment account, goods sent account, consignees account and consignment stock account. But here in this question you have abnormal loss also. During transit 500 kgs were being lost due to accident, and 40,000 were the claims that he is received. So let's know as to how much is the actual amount of abnormal loss that has incurred by him. So to know this, we are preparing that abnormal loss account. Okay, so we are preparing altogether 5 accounts, that is consignment account, goods sent account, Patil Mills account, that is consignees account, consignment stock account and abnormal loss account. Okay, so let's begin with the problem. Shri SP Oil consigned 20,000 kgs of oil to Patil for costing rupees 80,000 per kg. Okay, so this is nothing but the goods sent. So what is the journal entry for goods sent? When there is goods sent, consignment account debit to goods sent on consignment. Look into the journal entries which are passed in the books of consignor. Okay, so consignment account debit to goods sent on consignment account. All right, so pass the journal entry, consignment account debit to goods sent on consignment account. Consignment account debit to goods sent on consignment account. In the bracket, 20,000 kgs into rupees 80 per kg, which is 16 lakhs. Consignment account is debited to goods sent account. So goods sent account has to be credited by consignment account, which is 16 lakhs. Okay. Next. The consignor paid rupees 2 lakhs, paid rupees 2 lakhs as freight and insurance. The consignor paid rupees 2 lakhs as freight and insurance. So what is the journal entry for expenses made by the consignor? Consignment account debit to cash or bank account. Okay, so consignment account is debited to cash or bank account. To cash in the bracket, that is expenses made by the consignor, freight and insurance, which is 2 lakhs. Clear? Next. During transit, 500 kgs of oil was accidentally destroyed, for which insurance company paid rupees 40,000 in full settlement of the claims to the consignor. So this is nothing but the abnormal loss. Okay, and we need to check the journal and we need to calculate this abnormal loss. So let's find out uh, what is the formula to calculate abnormal loss. So we come under these 4 heads, that is when there is no loss of goods, when there is abnormal loss of goods in transit. Okay, next abnormal loss of goods at the premises of the consignee, and so on. So we need to check where we are in, where do we lie in, which formula are we supposed to calculate in terms of abnormal loss. So let's put the formula, wherein consignment stock is equal to unsold units, that is unsold goods, into cost price per unit plus non-recurring expenses by both consignor as well as consignee divided by the total units sent multiplied by unsold goods. So how much is the unsold goods? That is 500. Why 500? Because this is the abnormal loss which is incurred. So unsold goods is 500 into 80 rupees is the cost price per unit plus non-recurring expenses incurred by the consignor, that is 2 lakhs. Okay, we got to take the expenses, non-recurring expenses made by both, but if you check into the expenses made by both of them, it will be only one, that is freight and insurance, which is non-recurring. Okay, divided by unsold units sent, that is 20,000, into unsold goods is 500. So when you simplify this, that is 500 into 80 will give you 40,000 plus 2 lakh divided by 20,000 will give you 10, multiply by 500 will give you 5,000. So 40,000 plus 5,000 will give you 45,000. This is nothing but the abnormal loss. So let's put this, if it is abnormal loss, what is the formula that we have? If it is abnormal loss, then for abnormal loss, the entry will be consignment abnormal loss account debit to consignment account. Okay, so abnormal loss account debit to consignment account, refer to the note 1, which is 45,000. Okay, abnormal loss account debit to consignment account. Consignment account is being credited by abnormal loss. Okay, by abnormal loss in the bracket, note 1, if you want you can write there, and then 45,000. I hope you have understood the calculation of abnormal loss. Next. Now he has received an insurance claim of 40,000. So for this also we need to pass the journal entry. So what will be the journal entry for this? That is for claims being received. Abnormal loss account debit to uh, bank account debit to to abnormal loss account. Okay, bank account debit to abnormal loss account. So abnormal losses account is being credited by bank or cash. Okay, by cash in the bracket insurance claim. Close the bracket, amount 40,000. Next. Insurance claims, you can write it as received or anything of that sort. Next. Patil took delivery of consignment and accepted the bills drawn on him for rupees 6 lakhs. Now this is nothing but the advance that has been received by the that is the advance paid by the consignor, sorry, the consignee to the consigner. Okay, so what is the formula, what is the journal entry for advance being received? That is cash or bank account debit to consignee's account. Okay, so let's pass the journal entry. Cash or bank account debit to consignee's account. Okay, cash or bank account debit to consignee's account. So consignee's account will be credited by cash in the bracket advance, which is 6 lakhs of rupees. All right, next. He also reported that 15,000 kgs were being sold at rupees 120 per kg. Now this is nothing but the sales being made by the consignee. So what is the journal entry for sales? Consignee's account debit to consignment account. Okay, consignee's account debit to consignment account. So let's go to consignee's account. Consignee's account debit to consignment account. Okay, so consignee's account is being debited to consignment account in the bracket sales. So 15,000 into rupees 120 per kg. So 15,000 kgs into 120 will give you 18 lakhs. So consignment has to be credited by sales. Okay, that is consignment account by Mr. Patil account in the bracket sales, which is 15,000 into rupees 120 will give you 18 lakhs. Next, the expenses being rupees 8,000 on warehouse, rent, advertisement, and so on. So these are the expenses made by the consignee. So what is the formula, journal entry for this? For expenses made by the consignee, consignment account debit to consignee's account. Okay, so let's go to consignment account. Consignment account debit to consignee's account. So to consignee is nothing but to Patil account. In under that, for warehouse rent is 8,000, advertisement is 40,000, and salesman salary is 80,000. Total of this to the outer column 1,28,000. Okay, consignment account debit to consignee's account. Consignee's account will be credited by consignment account. That is consignee's account by consignment account in the bracket expenses, which is 1,28,000. Clear? Next. he is entitled for a commission of 3% and Del Crede a commission of 1.5%. Now we need to calculate this commission. That is, normally what do we do is we calculate commission on sales, because what is the amount of sales that he makes, on that he'll be getting commission. Okay, so he is entitled for a commission, that is ordinary commission, the regular commission which is 3%, and Del Crede commission which is the extra commission that he is receiving apart from the regular commission. Regular commission is 3% and Del Crede commission is 1.5. So he is getting on this commission based on the sales. So you can directly take it on sales, that is whatever is the amount of sales, which is, I think it is 18 lakhs. So on 18 lakhs, if you take 4.5, that is 3% plus 1.5% will give you 4.5%. So on 18 lakhs, if you take 4.5 will also do, or you show the calculations in this way, that is calculation of commission. Okay, ordinary commission which is on 18 lakhs, if you take 3% will give you 54,000, plus Del Crede commission which is on 18 lakhs, if you take 1.5% will give you 27,000. So 54,000 plus 27,000 will give you 81,000. This is nothing but the amount of commission. So what is the journal entry for commission? If it is commission which is been received, or a commission which is been payable to the consignee, then what is the journal entry for this? Consignment account debit to consignee's account. So let's go to consignment account. Here, consignment account debit to consignee's account. Consignee's account is nothing but Mr. Patil's account. So to Patil account, in the bracket note 2, in the bracket commission which is received, commission which is paid. Okay, so 81,000. Okay, next, consignment account debit to Patil's account, that is consignee's account. Consignee's account has to be credited by consignment account, which is nothing but commission, which is 81,000. Clear? The second effect comes in case of consignee's account. Next, Patil Mills reported a loss of 200 kgs due to leakage. So this is nothing but loss of 200 kgs due to leakage is nothing but normal loss. Okay, and for this is nothing but the normal loss which has been made. He also settles the account due, preparedness account. So this 200 is nothing but the normal loss, for which we need to calculate we need to calculate the consignment stock. Okay, so write down the next head as calculation of consignment stock. Consignment stock is equal to, now if we need to check where which account do we have to, which formula do we need to follow. That is, when there is no loss, when there is abnormal loss of goods in transit, when you go through all these 5, we get to know that we got to take the 5th formula when there is normal as well as abnormal loss of goods. So the formula for normal as well as abnormal loss of goods is total cost of goods sent plus total non-recurring expenses minus abnormal loss divided by total units sent minus abnormal loss in units minus normal loss in units multiplied by unsold goods or unsold units. Okay, so total cost of goods sent is 16 lakhs. We have calculated, just look into the consignment account. So 16 lakhs plus total non-recurring expenses incurred by both consignor as well as consignee. So if you look into the expenses incurred by the consignor, non-recurring expenses, that is, which do not occur again and again. If you see, there is freight and insurance which is 2 lakhs. Okay, so this is non-recurring expenses. If you take the next one, that is in terms of consignee's account, if you look into the non-recurring expenses made by the consignee, 8,000 is the rent which is paying for warehouse, which is recurring. Advertisement, which is also recurring, and salesman salary is also recurring. So it will be only one which is in terms of 2 lakhs, that is in terms of insurance. Okay, minus abnormal loss. Now abnormal loss is 45,000, which we have calculated here. Look in over here. See this. We have calculated abnormal loss, which is 45,000. So write down the abnormal loss of 45,000 divided by total units sent is 20,000 minus abnormal loss in units. So abnormal loss in units is 500 minus normal loss in units is 200 multiplied by unsold units. Now unsold units, we need to calculate this. Now look into how did we get this 4,300. 20,000 is the number of units sent minus 500 is the abnormal loss. 20,000 minus 500 minus 15,000, which were the units sold, and 200 was the normal loss. Okay, 20,000 is the number of units sent minus abnormal loss minus units sold minus normal loss will give you 4,300. That is 20,000 minus 500 minus 15,000 minus 200 will give you 4,300. Okay, when you simplify this, that is 16 lakhs plus 2 lakhs minus 45,000 will give you 17 lakhs 55,000 divided by 20,000 minus 500 minus 200 will give you 19,300 multiplied by 4,300. Total will give you, when you simplify this, and the total will give you 3,91,010. Okay, which is again into decimal, but I will round it up, which is 3,91,000 and 3,91,010 rupees. All right, so let's put this in terms of consignment stock account. So what is the formula for consignment stock? What is the journal entry for consignment stock? So here is the journal entry, that is adjustment of consignment stock account. Consignment account debit to consignment account, that is consignment stock account debit to consignment account. So let's pass the entry. Consignment stock account debit to consignment account to consignment account. Okay, what will be the amount here? 3,91,000. Just excuse me. 3,91,010. Okay, you can write here as refer to note 3. All right, so consignment stock account debit to consignment account. Consignment account has to be credited by consignment stock account. In the amount is 3,91,000. 3,91,010. Okay, next. So that's it. There's no other entry where we need to calculate. So let's start closing the account. First we'll close the consignment stock account. So the amount is 3,91,010 by balance carried down. Okay, bring down the balance to balance brought down, just 3,91,000. Right, next let's close this account, that is consignment account. So the amount is 22,36,010, which is more to the credit side. So let's find out how much is the general profit, how much is the balance to be transferred to general profit and loss account. The profit and loss account balance is 2,27,010, which is transferred to general profit and loss account in the bracket balancing figure. Let's tally the next account, which is goods sent account. The total is 16 lakhs. Over here also 16 lakhs. And the balance of 16 lakhs will be to balance to trading account. To trading account in the bracket balancing figure. Close the bracket. Next account which is to be closed is the consignees account. So let's close this account. Total of this, the total is 18 lakhs. Write the total to both the sides. Balance is, that is 18 lakhs minus 6 lakhs minus 1 lakh 28 and minus 81,000 will give you 9 lakh 91,000. This is nothing but by bank account or by cash account in the bracket balancing figure. Close the bracket. Next account to be closed is the consignment stock account. Let me take it to the next page. So let's close the consignment stock account, which is already been closed. Let's close the abnormal loss account. Debit side is more, so 45,000 balance, that is 40,000 minus 45,000 minus 40,000 will give you 5,000. This is nothing but the profit, the balance to be transferred to profit and loss account. By general profit and loss account in the bracket balancing figure, okay, which is 5,000. Rest all accounts are been closed. I hope you have understood this problem. Okay, there we end up with the question. Let's meet up in the next for the next problem in the next class. Thank you.